Rwanda is facing explosive allegations from the United Nations of
The UN, meanwhile, has delayed release of a report accusing the Rwandan military.
A United Nations report leaked last month accuses his troops of carrying out mass killings and rapes as they pursued the Hutus into the Democratic Republic of Congo in the 1990s.
At the moment, it's estimated that 1.8 million people live in camps, are displaced, are forced to flee their homes.
America is a nation of immigrants. Most of our ancestors came from somewhere else. Maybe that's why the U.S. Department of State accepts more refugees into this country than all the other countries of the earth combined.
When we saw people were dying, we decided to leave the country because we couldn't stay there. It wasn't safe anymore. My family members were dying, our closest friends, they were dying too. And maybe we're the next one, I don't know. So we decided to leave the country.
I seen my parents crying a lot, saying that now we'll die, we don't have future. We are unable to go back to Bhutan. We are going to die. We are going to die. We are going to die. I only heard that voice from my parent.
I tell you, I don't think that ever in my life I've ever cried the way I cried when the plane was departing from Nairobi on the 28th of September at 10 o'clock.
So we woke up early in the morning and left the house. We didn't even take anything in the house. So we walked until we reached a place where it was a little bit safer. The walk was horrible because we didn't have food in a way to. We didn't even know where we were going. We were just walking, and then we went to Kigali, and they helped us to go to in a refugee camp. I thought that we were not gonna suffer no more because we were away from wars and stuff. But when we went there, it was another beginning of suffering.
My tribe, if you don't have a son, your marriage there's no marriage or there's no family there. So when I conceived my third born, it revealed that it was again a baby girl. And he told me that he wanted me to abort that baby. One day he walked into their house and told me that I didn't have a home anymore, so I needed to leave. And he had to march us out at about 2 a.m. in the morning together with the babies. Kenya is one of the most corrupt countries, so he bribed his way through, and I ended up without a home. I had to go and rent a small house in the slums. He threatened me, and literally my life was in danger. So I had to leave the country.
I feel sorry for the women that were raped, and the men that died, and the kids that died because those kids were going to be somebody in their lives, But, somebody killed them, and now they're nothing. A lot of people died in a refugee camp. People died there, People died and they didn't do anything wrong. Bad people came there and killed them because of who they were. If you came from a different tribes and they didn't like you, they killed you. I think it was the rule.
I didn't want to leave. I was ready to die, to remain in the country and die together with them. But at the same time, it was not a wise idea for me to let go and let my kids just die like that. So I chose to listen to my mother and my bishop and my brother. It was not an easy decision. I loved my kids so much, and especially the 4 months old, I was still breastfeeding. the Lord spoke to me that all things work together for good.
The people who have completed the application to prove that their life is in danger if they return to their home country, those people already have in them so much motivation, and they've already survived so much, and then furthermore determined that they will keep surviving and fighting for the best for themselves and for their children. We have people with these wonderful qualities coming into our country. What more could you want? When they're granted refugee status, because they have demonstrated without a doubt that their lives are in danger if they return to their home country, then they're also given the opportunity to apply for permanent residency and to apply for U.S. citizenship. U.S. citizenship is a dream of many, many clients that we have.
You know, when my mom came and told me that, hey, we're going to America, I couldn't believe it was a happy day for me, because I was like, man, God really answered my prayers, because we used to pray every day, God, please, you know, try to help us so we can get out of this place, you know, because we were suffering there. And you know, when my mom told me we were going to America, man, I was so happy. I jumped, you know. Man, I was so happy. I was so excited.
Yeah, for the 7 years that I was in America, the children were with him. They suffered tremendously in his hands, and eventually I got the information how the children were suffering, and I started fighting from this end with the law, and American government found out it is true what I was saying, and they were able to retrieve my children from the country for me. So I took off to go to the airport. I ran all a red light. I couldn't stop driving. I just wanted to get to the airport. When I saw them, it was like a dream, because I don't know how, but they were so happy. They were so dirty, but they were so happy to see their mother. We cried, we laughed, but it was a greatest time of my life. I think that no man could do for me but God.
What the Charlotte community could do to help refugees, first and foremost, is to become their friends. People often think that what refugees need most are material goods, which are met by the nonprofits that work with them, by the government contracts with. But what they need primarily are friends. They need Americans who are willing to share their lives, who are willing to step into their existence, who are willing to go out to dinner with them, go on outings with them, to become friends with their family, to help them navigate this new world that they find themselves in.
When they hear a refugee family is there, I say, oh, let's go visit them, let's go buy them some food somewhere, you know, buy them clothes. Well, that's good, and I love that, but mostly I want friendship. I want somebody to come to visit me and talk to me, not just to bring me food and go, you know. Because, you know, I was living a lonely life before, so, you know, when I see this, it used to make me feel like I'm a big person, you know.
We know that it can be intimidating to form a relationship with someone who doesn't speak your language or is from another culture, but there are so many ways that you can build a relationship simply by connecting through a common ground. And for us, that common ground is soccer. And we roll a soccer ball out on a field, and it speaks the language of the kids, and so we immediately become friends with them. We immediately have a relationship starter with those kids, and then we get to build relationships with their families.
I think that aesthetically, Charlotte is a very beautiful city, but the most beautiful part of our city is our people. And I think that we should really celebrate the different people who are here living in our city. And who better to start with than the refugees?